Here are 3 things I kept in mind when it came to choosing my residency program. Number 1, location. Location was important to me. I wanted to be in a program where I knew that when I'm not at work, I would be able to do things that I enjoy doing. I would be able to build a community and find people who I would want to hang out with. I wanted to be in a place where the weather was not going to break me down. All of these things when it comes to location were super important to me. And it helped for me. My sister was living in the city that I ultimately ended up doing residency in. Number 2, the clinical rotations that were offered. At that time in my life, I was really into global health work. I had done a global health rotation when I was in medical school, and so on my mind I was like, I have to go to a residency that's going to give me the opportunity to do something abroad. That was really important to me, and I ended up finding that in my residency program. Think about things that are important to you. What are the clinical rotations that are there? Where are you going to be rotating at, and how does that line up to what you ultimately want to do? For example, if you're someone who knows you want to work in academia, work with students and trainees, it probably would be better to align yourself with programs that are like that versus someone who's interested in doing more community work. And lastly, the vibe. I'm not gonna lie, that was a big factor in me choosing my residency program. I tell this story all the time, but I cried when I interviewed with my program director, and I was like, how did we get here? So comfortable with him. I felt like he allowed me to be vulnerable and didn't judge me for it. Having that personality actually stayed true throughout my time in residency. I also was very curious in what the residents were like. Did they look like they were having fun? Did they look like they were miserable because they were being overworked? Did they look like they get along? So those are the things that I really paid attention to during my interview day and helped me decide ultimately which residency program was going to be right for me. Those are some of the things that I used to help me decide which residency program I wanted to go to. Let me know if you have more questions about how I made my decision. If there's anything else that I could be helpful with, share this with someone who you feel like would find this helpful, and I will see you next time.